Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Broscast. I'm Dolph,
I'm Swag. And I'm Lil O.
and we're back with yet another video.
All right, in today's video, we have a very special guest, my cousin, Super Bowl champion, Ronald Jones. A little bit about him. Second round pick, 38. He's from McKinney, Texas. He played 3 years at USC. He set a franchise record for Tampa Bay this season with a 98-yard touchdown run. But he's more than an athlete. He supports for my cause, my cleats. You want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so this year with My Cause, My Cleats, I partnered with Mothers Against Police Brutality, just spreading awareness and donating and trying to help clean up the community.
Okay. He also supports American Heart Association and sickle cell treatment and research. And if any of you young aspiring football players live in the Dallas area or even anywhere around Texas, he has his annual football camp June 26th in McKinney, Texas.
Oh, yeah. It'll be going down.
Yes, sir. I was actually there last year. Pretty fun. I was glad I could help out. Appreciate you for inviting me and all that. It was pretty fun. Those kids, it just seemed like they was really having fun.
Yeah.
Thank you
for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure. But let's get into it. We're all gonna ask a few questions that we have for him. Give him a little interview. Dolph, you want to start?
Yeah, so first things first, man, I just want to thank you again for joining us. It's absolutely a pleasure to have a Super Bowl winner with us. You making it big time, man. You pretty much fulfilling all the kids' dreams, everybody that's watching. I know there's a lot of people that wish they were in your position, so we appreciate you for coming on. I do have a question for you. So my very first question is, what do you believe are the challenges that you faced in your life that have brought you to the point where you are today?
That's a good question, man. First off, thank you for having me too. But I guess challenges, I'd probably say just always being undersized, always being an underdog, just motivated me to go harder. Coming out of high school, I was like 180. They were telling me I'm too small to play running back. They wanted to switch me to corner, things like that. So just all the doubters and the naysayers just made me go harder.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one. So tell me about the transition, from high school at McKinney North, up in Dallas or McKinney, Texas, to college at USC, and then to the NFL in Tampa Bay. You're a champion.
Yeah, champs now. But when I left high school to go to USC out in LA, that transition was actually easy. It was a lot faster. Guys were stronger, but the toughest transition for me was the jump from college to the pros. My rookie year just being, I wasn't lifting weights, things like that. Couldn't get the playbook down. But from high school to college, it was actually easier than most people think.
And would you say that you have it down and you're running with it now for NFL?
Yeah, I think I got it down now. Yeah, just going in on year 4. Just blessed and like you said, Super Bowl champ. So the rest is in the pudding.
Yes, sir.
So when did you think like that switch flipped when you actually started understanding the NFL game and kind of picked up like all the patterns in the game?
Yeah, I definitely say it happened after my rookie year, just not playing and, being on the bench. I'm like, dang, man, like, I can ball with these guys. Like, I knew I could, but, that's why they say the game is like 80% physical, 20% mental. My mental wasn't there yet. Like I said, just didn't know the plays, so it's hard to play fast when you don't know what you're doing. So you got to study, and I had to become a student of the game.
Was there a guy that like kind of took you under his wing, kind of taught you up?
Yeah, that's another good question. I think my rookie year probably Jaquiz Rogers. He's an OG vet. He played about 8 years in the league. He from Texas too. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So he helped me my first year, and then this past season, LaShawn McCoy really helped me a lot too. So helped me develop.
Shady.
Yeah, big Shady.
He's right here
Shady,
with
man.
it.
Yeah.
Jaeden, talk to me. I know you have a question. Let's hear it. Okay, so growing up, like, who was your favorite running back to watch? And do you study like any other running backs in the game? Like, do you just like nitpick, like, oh, maybe I can take this from them or whatever?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, growing up, I was always watching Jamal Charles, Chris Johnson, and believe it or not, yeah, Shady, LaShawn McCoy. So that's probably my top 3. My all-time favorites, those probably like AP, Adrian Peterson, or the Daniel Thomason. So yeah, those are guys I still watch to this day.
I want to share a little story. I remember one time, I don't know, this is when he was in high school. I think this is like his senior year. We went to he was in the playoffs. I don't even remember who he played, but I remember like in the first half, they were like, let's not give Ronald the ball because like they knew that they were going to try to give it to him, and they went down early. He had 5 touchdowns, 500 yards in the second half.
Yeah.
When I tell you that was the coldest I've ever been, oh man, it was insane. But it was 5 touchdowns in the second half. We were just like, if you just gave it to him in the first half, this wouldn't have been the problem.
That was a cold game.
I just wanted to share that because
that
was crazy.
That's
when
Green Bay.
That's when I really knew he was like that. I mean, that's one of the first times I had seen him play, but that was crazy. But I have another question. What was on your mind, like, once you heard that play call on the 98-yard touchdown run? Like, what were you thinking?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it was just inside zone to the right. And, TB12 Tom Brady, he moved CG in motion. And I saw the linebacker shift over. I'm like, okay, that's funny. You're going to get a gap.
All right.
And so as soon as he snapped it, man, I went back to that hole, cut right off the center. And the center didn't have nobody to block, so he got one of the safeties for me. And then, it was just off to the races. And I had to look up at the Jumbotron because I knew somebody was going to be coming. I just didn't know from where. Yeah, and, the Jumbotron got like a late reaction. So I really jumped late, but it ended up working in my favor. But, yeah, once I saw that linebacker move up, I was like, oh, this is going to be a big play.
That's crazy. 98 yards. Were you tired? I know you were. That had to be tiring.
Yeah, I was tired, but, the adrenaline and stuff going, you really don't feel it. But I'm just glad, I didn't get tackled because I knew somebody was coming. I just didn't know from where. So that's probably, just got to keep your head on a swivel. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just kind of pumping. So it's like mid-game, there's no way you think about how tired you are halfway through that run.
Facts. Yeah.
So wait, so you watched Shady growing up, right? So you said like he was one of your favorites growing up. So were you like starstruck, like when you started to like realize that he kind of like took you under his wing? Like, was it kind of weird to like see somebody that you grew up watching kind of just be so close to you and start to like mentor you?
Yeah, that's a good question too. It wasn't really weird. It was just more like, relishing in the moment. Like, I'm here with Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Tom Brady. Like it's like 5 Hall of Famers.
The biggest names ever.
Yeah, they're just one of the boys. Like they act like me and you. Like they don't act like they all this uppity stuff. Like they really cool. So it was just a great experience to be able to learn from those guys. And I'll never forget those moments and those practices that we grinded through.
Right.
That's crazy. A champion.
Okay, so since we're talking like that, like you just said, like the moments and everything like that. Like from y'all's Super Bowl run, what was like the best moment that y'all had, like as a team? What would you say?
As a team?
Or like you yourself or one of your teammates?
Oh, yeah,
like, what was like the best thing that happened that you can't forget?
Definitely beating the Saints and sending Drew Brees to retirement. That's definitely number one. Because this is my rookie year. Yeah. This is my rookie year. We couldn't get past them. Like, they was always winning the division, you know what I'm saying? And they smacked us. Like, they ran up the score on us one time, I remember. It was like 30 seconds left, and they scored another touchdown. So, like, we just put all that in the back of our mind. And then to beat them home, I think, second round of playoffs, and send them to retirement, that was the icing on the cake.
Oh, that's interesting.
Speaking of that, like, what was the transition from like Jameis to Tom? I know, like, you went from, I mean, not saying like I'm nothing against Jameis, but you went to Tom Brady. Like, I know that had to be insane.
Yeah, it definitely was. And I guess the biggest difference between them two is just I guess the experience. You know, him having been there before. Like we could be down 21-0, like Tom's cool as ever. He's not tripping. Like he knows we're gonna come back. Versus, you know, I'd probably say it was the coaching staff more so than Jameis, because you know we was a little disorganized and things like that. But Jameis, he's a baller. I think he might actually start for the Saints too, so that would be interesting to see.
Okay, so in 2017, for my birthday present was to go watch Texas with my uncle, because one of the foremen, and actually both of them, well, one of them was playing at the time, so I was there. It was actually a good game. I remember it. So now that I watched you in college and I watched you in pro, like which one did you enjoy more, college or the NFL?
Definitely that's a good question. That's a really good question. But I gotta say the NFL just because I'm getting paid and winning the big game, the Super Bowl of all. But I will say that college was probably the best time of my life, but it was, you know, a different time. So but college, just like playing Texas and, you know, Ohio State, those were some good times. But we got smacked a lot too in college. Like we got smacked by Alabama. You know,
I went to the Alabama game. I went to the Alabama game.
Yeah, it feels good to win the biggest of them all on the biggest stage, you know, with the best quarterback ever. So, definitely, taking the money now.
So I know y'all had a really good defense this year. So, like, how is it going against them every day in practice? Like, I know, like, iron sharpens iron. So, like, I know that was, like, it's a good camaraderie, right?
Yeah, definitely. They make us better too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, you know, I'm a guy to run through the holes. You know, JPP right there trying to tackle me, Shaq on the outside. So, like you said, iron sharpens iron, and that's literally what coach says. So, going against those guys makes me better too. So, yeah, definitely.
I feel like it just makes the game so much easier. If you can get through them, I mean, that's one of the highest rated defenses in the league. So, I mean, if you can get to them, you can get through anybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Dominican Sue body slamming people at practice and stuff. So, you know, you just gotta,
See, you better
guys, a minute.
Ooh, you said earlier, like, I know how tall you are and all, but like you're like undersized, and like, I mean, that's not a problem. But like, how much bigger would you say how do you say his name? I don't even know how to say it. How do you, like, how much bigger are all those, like, defend D lines and O lines and like the running backs in the league?
Yeah, so I'm like 5'11", 218. And Dominican Sue, he's about 6'3", 315. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they falling on your ankles and stuff, it be hurting.
Oh, man.
You don't feel it till the next day. But I'd probably say, him, Mike Evans, they probably the biggest dudes on the team. Because Mike, he like 6'6", 230, you know what I'm saying? He got wingspan, like 2 garages, you know what I'm saying? So he catch everything. But probably the hardest worker on the team last year, probably like AB. I didn't see him drop a pass, you know, like all season.
My boy.
That's interesting.
Walkthroughs or anything, like
That's interesting that you say that AB. You said AB, right? Yeah, that's crazy that you say like he's the hardest worker because of this crazy narrative they put around him.
Exactly, and that's the thing about the media. Yeah, they just try to twist things and, you know, like you said, put those narratives out. So, but that's the thing, like most people don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
So that's what I'm saying, man. If you just take the time to start meeting people, start to understand people, you get different perspectives for sure. Like, you don't just ride with one narrative and you're kind of stuck with that.
Yeah, so, honestly, I'm just so glad that he could go to this good organization and like reinvent himself, because his life was so much different a year ago, and then it's just like now he's a Super Bowl winner and nobody can say he's not. Yeah. And I'm glad for him.
I was so happy he scored.
It's like a degree. Nobody can take it away from you.
Yeah.
So I actually have another question for you. So we know, like, you prepare and practice this and that, but game time, totally different story. So what do you do to, like, prepare yourself mentally and physically right before a game? Like, how do you get in the zone?
Oh, yeah. So I do like a little circuit before I go to bed, just some deep stretching. I'll, you know, roll out, things like that. And then what was the second part of the question?
Like, mentally, right before a game. How do you get in that zone?
Definitely, probably just go to one of my playlists, you know, play some Wayne, some Lil Baby. Anybody, just music really get me through it. And then, I get stretched by my trainer, and then, you know, it's ready to go. Before you know it, kickoff's fast. So
it's go time.
Yeah,
speaking of music, what's your top 3 right now? Then, since we're on mute, since you just said it.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Top 3 right now.
Maybe.
Man, what's your top 3?
Well,
top 3 right now.
Drake, Thug, J.
I
Cole.
have to say, yeah, top 3 right now. I'd probably say, Moneybagg, Big Scar.
Hey, Big Scar live.
Yeah, he go hard. I might have to go Durkio, you know. I mean, Young Boy too, so it's tough. Yeah,
Wow.
I listen to a lot of music.
Wow, that surprised me.
To me,
that surprised
I
me.
don't think he's that good.
That's crazy. I'm going J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Travis Scott.
Okay, so you like that deep music?
Yeah, I'm like
See, that's
conscious
the thing,
rap
like,
though. I like conscious
J. Cole
rap.
and Kendrick, they don't drop enough for me, so
They don't, which is why I'm stuck listening to old albums, which sucks. But hey, they both supposed to drop this year, so I can live with that.
Okay,
yeah, but everybody's supposed to drop every year. You know how they get.
That young boy made me happy because God, I know y'all don't like Young Boy.
It's not that I don't like him. I just don't think he's that good. But
who,
I know
who
you're
doesn't think Young Boy that good? You don't?
Them two.
Yeah,
the other two.
Two bottom. Oh man, y'all tripping.
I'm saying they tripping.
I don't think he's that
They
good.
tripping.
I'm more of a Boogie, Drake, Young Thug, Roddy Ricch, Polo G. I like them. So I listen to Young Boy some, but not really. I mean, it's different strokes for different folks.
Boogie, YB, Lil Baby, Durkio.
That's what I'm saying.
But I got another question. I know you're a Super Bowl champ and all, and that that's everybody's dream. I mean, Super Bowl ring. If you play baseball, World Series. But what's another personal goal you want to accomplish by the end of your career, like for you personally?
Yeah, that's another good one. I'd probably say just I want to lead the franchise in rushing yards. Just break some records there. Get another one too, and just try to write my name in some more history books, really. Because I got the ring out the way, so now it's just having more fun with it, and just doing it till my legs fall off. So,
do you have your notes written or like your goals written down anywhere, and then you like check them off as you go? Like, let's just say like that 90-yard, like have a long run, win a Super Bowl. Do you have anything like that?
I used to make notes and put them in my iCloud back when I was college. Like, I wanted 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 300 receiving yards, things like that. But now I just kind of go out there and play, and then you get incentives based on if you hit those numbers. So there's a lot of motivation to get it too.
Okay.
Yeah, like the pay grades start going up as you start to meet whatever requirements they put on your contract.
Yeah.
If that's not enough motivation, then shoot. I got one more question. So with us being in the middle of a pandemic still, how was with all the COVID restrictions last year, how difficult was the season? If it was difficult to you?
It's crazy you asked that because it was actually a lot easier for us, as players because everything got pushed back. So we were doing virtual, we were doing Zoom meetings and going through plays and stuff. So we didn't have to be in the building. So we had more off time. So, but for us, we liked it. But until it came to, games, we wanted the fans in the stadium. And there was a couple games we had where there was nobody there. So it felt like practice. So that's probably when it got difficult. Yeah. Because it was really awkward. There was nobody there.
They had a home field advantage.
Speaking of that, can you hear the so that means you can hear everything, right? What the players are saying, all that. Does it make is it harder to get motivation to go play when in a setting like that, or what do you?
Definitely. I wasn't rocking with it because Brady making the mic calls Mike 59 and he can hear you everything you're saying we audible, they hear it. So those games were awkward and you could kind of tell too because those were close scoring games. We almost it was the Giants game. There was nobody there, and it was Monday Night Football. But
that's
we got to go out there and play.
So you said like Jaeden just pointed out, right? So y'all had a home field advantage Super Bowl. That's never happened before. Yeah. So y'all were rocking, bro. Y'all were rocking, and I told them I was like,
lose my money.
I'll be honest. I was like, bro. I was like, bro, I am not betting
Better
against Brady. I don't care. Like, I wasn't going against y'all at all. I really wanted y'all to win, and y'all did. So y'all were rocking. But how is that? Like, how is it playing in a Super Bowl, a game with such an impact, and still having like all your home fans there?
Yeah, and that's the crazy part too. Like, it didn't really feel like it felt like a Super Bowl, but it felt like a home game. So like, we was like, we just gonna go out there and play. Like, forget the media, everybody. Even that week they had, everybody was saying KC gonna win, KC gonna win. So that was live, and then as soon as we left the game, everybody was turned up, the gas stations was packed, just people going crazy. They started some fires and things like that. So definitely, a time I won't forget. That night felt like college again, you know what I'm saying? So I think after party, I think the Migos came and performed. So
that's tough.
Speak about the parade after. Like, man, we saw the video of Tom. Was you just as lit?
Oh yeah, I was way past Tom. So yeah, he was on some tequila or something. But yeah, the parade was even it might have been even more fun than the night itself after the game, of course. But
23.
The parade.
43. Wait, that's not. He's
we got the same exact birthday.
Really?
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy.
So yeah, he 20 years older than you, and he's still running through the league like he is 23.
Still thugging.
I mean, you saw the video, dog. You saw how he is.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, you said you were past that. I just let you know it went up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I was on the Hennessy, man. You know me.
Dog. They say it go crazy. I'm not old enough to drink. I can't drink yet.
For real, not yet.
I'm 19.
I'm
getting there.
Yeah,
we only got 2. I have one more question. Who are the biggest names that you've met since being an athlete? That's a good question.
It's the guys that I play with, honestly. Tom.
Well, I mean, like other than athletes, like other celebrities.
Oh, other than athletes, I was about to say Shaq. That's another athlete. Really, it's really just been all athletes. I ain't even came across no.
Did you end up meeting Migos that night, or you just saw him perform?
Nah, yeah, I didn't even go to the party, but they was there.
Okay.
Who else? I guess you could say I met Yellow Beezy. You said other than athletes. Babe. Let's see. Who else?
Well, okay, other than football players. Other than football players, then. Because you Shaq.
Can't think of nobody.
It's hard to think of on spot, but you met Shaq?
Yeah, he was in
where'd
Santa
you meet
Monica.
him at? Okay.
Santa Monica, he was at the mall. Trying to think, who else?
Is he
Magic
even
Johnson.
bigger in person? Magic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but again, that's another athlete. So, it's really just been athletes for me.
I mean, athletes know other athletes. So.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to do you want to share anything with the viewers? So, go support your fundraisers, anything like that, come to your camps, promote anything.
Oh, yeah, I'll just say, camp, McKinney, Texas, June 26th, free to everybody. But spots take up fast, so, make sure you sign up for that. And, don't let anybody tell you what you can't do in life, because it's out there. I promise you.
Right.
Wise word from a Super Bowl champion, Ronald Jones.
If there's anybody you want to listen to, it's this guy.
He knows.
And play some young boy, man. Play some young boy.
Thank you. God, don't tell them to do that.
Young boy and Kodak. One or the other.
Thank you. Oh my God.
So I think before we close it out, once again, I just want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for answering all our questions.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Taking the time out of your day. We know you were working out, getting ready, trying to go back to back next year.
Oh yeah.
So we really appreciate this. Really thank you. Thank you, your mom for setting it up, getting schedules right.
Shout out her.
Her name is Jackie.
For real.
When I found out, man, I was ecstatic. I was like, bro, big time. I couldn't be happier. I was super nervous coming into this. But man, it was dope, man. It was good to talk to you. It was good to kind of pick apart some of your knowledge, taking some things. I hope the people watching take something from this too. So
Definitely.
I think there's a lot in this interview. It's also good to kind of just get like a direct perspective to a person. So I think it was
Yes,
dope,
sir.
man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Hey,
no
Keep doing
doubt.
your thing.
with that
Thank
being
you.
said, we are out. Peace.
Alrighty.
Peace.
Today's show is brought to you by Snack Room and Round Rock. There's ice cream, milkshakes, adult milkshakes, and popcorn.
Always remember to think before you snack.
Snack Room.
Snack Room is located at 1400 East Old Settlers Boulevard. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Snack Room.